at the San Siro, and there is just no stopping Arsenal in this season's Champions League. Another win, 7 in a row for the first time in their history in the European Cup and Champions League, and winning against last year's runners-up by 3-1. Gabriel Jesus started tonight. He got the first 2, and Victor Gyökeres off the bench to score the third. So Arsenal, who haven't won or even scored in their last 5 visits to Italy since beating AC Milan back in 2008, go to Milan and win by 3-1. They are through to the last 16 of the Champions League, and they are through guaranteed a top 2 finish, which, as I said before, means they'll have home advantage for the second legs of their knockout ties, which could be crucial. Still, they play across North London at Tottenham Hotspur on a much better night for Spurs. Michael Dawes.
A brilliant night. It should have been 3-0 and that would have just capped it off for Thomas Frank. They had an opportunity going through. Xavi Simons, man of the match for me, plays Pedro Porro through. Should go 1-on-1 and just leather the ball in the back of the net. But the atmosphere around the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium tonight, completely different feeling to what it was at the weekend. Well done, Thomas Frank. He's quite a few people for a few days. Bring on Burnley now. Job done. Well done, Thomas Frank. Up to 4th in the Champions League and on 14 points. Yeah. Very good.
Champions League at home is not a problem, is it? They've won every game there.
Like it, no.
Yeah, it's the Premier League. How different was tonight to the weekend?
Well, the first 45 minutes, the job was done. I mean, the turning point was a sending off. They were dominant before that, but when the Borussia Dortmund went down to 10 men, it was only one way. But they were dominant before that. They deserved the win. Some big performances. Pedro Porro, I have to mention. Janai Byfield, 17 years of age. Special moment for him. Not just his Premier League, his Tottenham Hotspur debut. Champions League at the age of 17. Congratulations. Well done, Spurs.
And how much does that ease the pressure on Frank?
Well, it does. It quietens, and we touched on it before the game. How do you silence your critics? You win football matches. You can talk about your performances. It was very good performance tonight. It was comfortable. But you've got to move on to the next one. That's one ticked off. Burnley's a bigger kettle of fish away from home now.
Been their rest players now in the Premier League to win the Champions League.
Easy, Tim. I mean, look, it was another injury
I'm being serious.
No.
I mean, that's their only chance of finishing in the Champions League next season by winning this competition. So, but I know where that gets you.
Thomas Frank has to take every game and win football matches. We said it, Tim, but it's another injury to Lucas Bergvall went off. Pedro Porro ends up in the middle of the park. They're light on numbers, but a big positive. Dominic Solanke getting the goal. Some big performances. Credit to the Spurs fans as well. There was an atmosphere there that we haven't seen for a long while. But we all know in football, winning football matches will do that.
Yeah. Coming up, though, they go to Burnley. Then they go to Eintracht Frankfurt in the final game where they'll try and secure a place in the last 16. And then, you know, they've got Manchester City at home, Manchester United away, Newcastle and Arsenal back-to-back at home. There are some big games coming up for Thomas Frank. He is not out of the woods, is he?
No, of course he's not. You're never out of the woods as a manager because you look at the fixtures coming up. And if you're not winning and you go on a bad run, which they have been on at home, this has been going on for way too long. But all you can do is take care of your next one. I listened to his press conference yesterday. He was talking about sticking together. And we've been in situations, all of us, when you play football, you go through moments in your career where you're lacking confidence, lacking belief, losing football matches. But what can you do? You can go out and put performance tonight, enjoy this, prepare for Burnley on Saturday.
Yeah, and 4th in the Champions League table, ahead of that game in Germany against Frankfurt, who are 4th bottom in the Champions League table. And it could be that Thomas Frank, despite calls for him to lose his job at the weekend, could lead Tottenham into the last 16 of the Champions League directly without the need of playoffs. Don't forget, next Wednesday night is the final night. Every single team playing on one night. You can follow that on Soccer Special with us. Will Tottenham be among the top